Oh my. Oh. Man, who put that there? What? Why did I get waking up? It's so early in the morning. What do y'all want? Do a pre-race. I don't want to do the pre-race show right now. I just woke up, man. Y'all have given me no time to prep whatsoever. What am I even talking about this week? Daytona. Are you serious? You all want me to talk about Daytona? Oh, fine. You get one of these. You wake me up again, I will kill you. What? I'm gonna kill you. You do that again. If you throw that metal pipe at me again, I'm killing you. Do you understand? Okay, good. Thank you. Go away. Welcome to the pre-race show, hosted by Mr. Wimdy, X-Wimdy, XX Ringwind XX. I gotta go through all my spiel. Best commentator for the VRA, always will be. And yeah, shout out to shout out Joey. Yeah, shout out Joey for being an ass. This man has been on me all day asking when's the pre-race show gonna be up. I said in a minute. And I take one nap and he's just sitting at my door waiting for me to upload it. And I haven't even recorded it yet. But he's still sitting there. Or he was. I told him to leave. I hope he never comes back, honestly. He scares me a little too much. I think he's a little weird. If y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. He's a little weird. But welcome! Welcome to the Daytona pre-race show. We're gonna go over who has a good chance to win this week, point standings, penalties, and then talk about next week, which is the finale. We're gonna talk about the finale a lot this week, and then have the full pre-race show on it. It's gonna be amazing. But let's go ahead and start with our points. Our big point standing for the week. This is the big one. This is where a lot of people say good night and goodbye. We are going to pull up the infographic. Very wonderfully done by one Mr. Mikey in our Discord. We're going to put it right there. Bam. That's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, there's so much yellow. There was so little yellow 2 weeks ago when the second week finally came out of who was actually out. But now everybody's gone. It's only 7 people now. And it's about to be 5, like we had last week. But we'll go ahead and go over the point standings. As far as who got eliminated last week, unfortunately, second place winner, Gavinator, unfortunately is now out. Was really hoping to get in on points, hopefully stay in. But unfortunately, that did not happen. Also, Uranus not having the greatest luck with his stuff last week and is unfortunately eliminated. NASCAR Baby also out for the week. Congratulations to everybody for who lasted this long. Y'all were amazing drivers, but now we got to get on to the serious stuff. Who's still in? Well, let's go down the list. Points leader, Andy. That was not expected. It was a road course, the only road course of the year at Hakone. Really great job done by Andy. Currently in first, 38 above previous points leader for the last forever, Canes. Rick jumps up to third, but not really a third. Still tied with Mikey after being tied last week before Hakone. Currently, Rick and Mikey 51 back. And then closed the distance last week with a win. Very huge win for Mr. Jumping in the Fire. 52 back now. And then we have, the people that could be out this week. And I'm going to stick to that. That would be Billy and Skins. Billy 147 back, Skins 157 back. Basically, here's the deal. If Billy or Skins don't win tonight, they are gone. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If neither one of them wins, they're done. Sucks to say that. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, you bottom two. Y'all really need it tonight. As far as the top 5, what do they need? Well, Jumpin' would need another win. Mikey and Rick need to untie themselves because I'm getting sick of calling them third place. Y'all need to have a third and fourth figured out by tonight. Canes would like to have a win tonight. He won last time. At Daytona. Andy in that top 4 with him and Canes. Mikey also in that top 4. Rick was nowhere to be found. And neither was Jumpin'. That is not saying they haven't, improved, but also we didn't have a whole lot of cautions during that race. The only cautions we really had were at the very beginning and the very end. Will that happen again tonight? 100%. I would expect some crashes in the middle as well, seeing there's some new drivers. But definitely, I would expect at least one at the beginning and one at the end. That's where I'm kind of at right now. Possibly 2, depending on if Blaze gets shunted into the, trial of a wall. We're going to hope that's not going to happen. But definitely up there on the bingo card for everybody. As far as who I think would do well tonight. Well, Jumpin' is coming off of a win tonight, so he's looking to, keep that same mentality. I definitely would see him up there. Canes, Andy, Mikey were all in the top 4 last time we ran this. Definitely expect them up near the top, but not, as far as who needs the points right now, everybody except Andy. Andy could do the worst on points right now out of all of them and still probably have the lead, unless, he got engine trouble at the very beginning and, ended up getting last place in the race. That's like the thing he doesn't want. What he wants is a big enough lead to where nobody's going to be able to catch him for next week when we go to Miami. Who would need a win? Jumpin', Mikey, Rick, 100% would need a win tonight. Canes can do with the second, I think. Andy can stay with the top 5, pretty much. He's got a big enough lead from this week, from when he went to Hakone, because Canes only had a 1-point lead on him, and then Canes got sent to the back, and then Andy capitalized on that so quick. Like, it was instant. He went straight up to the top. And then he put 38 points between them. But definitely would see Jumpin' need to get a win tonight, at least. Who do I think's going to win? Well, judging by who won last time, Canes, Andy, Mikey are definitely up there. Jumpin', if he can get the right pit strategy this time. Unfortunately, him and Rick did not have the greatest strategy last time they went here. Rick doing a little bit better, but not by much. But Jumpin' definitely needs to get a win tonight, and I am rooting for him. He's reigning champ, defending champ. Would like to see him get the win tonight and hopefully make it a little bit of a better battle for the lead as we go into Miami. I feel like it is going to be a good battle once we go to Miami. As far as the rookies, who do I feel has a good shot of doing well tonight? Well, one would be Mullet. If you all did not watch last week's stream for Hakone, Mullet got the coveted second spot. Did very well for a road course. I do plan on seeing him do pretty well tonight at Daytona. Did not get a chance to see the Daytona road course that the Cup Series ran, but word is he did decent. That's all I heard. He did decent. As far as other people, so slow. Third win possibility tonight, has ran this multiple times. Would like to see him up there. Definitely to get another win. Possibly put him in the top 10 in points. He won't get it. But hopefully he might be in the top 15 after this. Depending on what the standings are. If he shows up. Who else would I like to see do well tonight? Vanilla had a really bad run at Indianapolis. The second run of it. Got pole at the first Indy. He's done well at Daytona. I would like to put him up there at the top.
20 minutes later.
Moving on. We are going to talk about penalties for this week. And I love penalties. We are going to look at penalties. Who had penalties? We are going to find out. I think they all got deleted. Oh, no, there they are. All right. Here is the Hakone penalty report brought to you by the VRA. Firstly, Gavinator and Shoplifting were -5 points for jumping the control car outside of a restart zone. Unfortunately, that's -5 points. That is part of what took Gavinator out of the points standing. If he did not get the penalty points from that, he would still probably be in it, but it would be the very back. And Shoplifting obviously already eliminated, so not a big deal to him. Cutting a corner, Billie Jean, -5 points. Cut, fully cut turn one. Not something we like here, but, wants to gain position. Cool. -5. Enough said, carry on. Skins, getting a pass through for the day, so he will probably end up in the back. Spun NASCAR baby. Obviously, the ruling is pass through. He did stop to let NASCAR gather himself, which caused him to lose spots. It reduced the penalty. If he purposefully did it, which I don't think he did, but if he, if he didn't stop, then that would be, probably a sit in the pit for a while. Visible Rocket, one of our new drivers, dive bombing and wrecking. He's getting a pass through. I watched this. Pretty obvious. Yeah. Don't dive bomb and wreck. That's all I got to say. Mikey, wrecking Rick, -5. It was confirmed by our marshals that it was not the contact, but the lack of trying to avoid the contact. Pretty much, put him out towards the wall. Made him get him an off track. That was for position. Do I think Rick could have caught him and probably could have got the position? 100%. Would it be not tied if Rick had gained that position? Yes. Because Mikey still, I believe, would have been ahead, but unfortunately got -5 points, and now they're friggin' tied still. So, thanks, Mikey. Appreciate it.
Nice.
But that's the penalty report. After being a month with no penalties, it feels great to actually do a penalty report. Moving on, we're going to go to Miami. Miami pre-race report a week in advance. But who do I think has the best chance of winning Miami? Well, I had a talk with myself. Yes, I am talking to myself. Who had the Miami win last time? We had Andy win Miami. Now, what does that mean? Well, Andy's the points leader currently. So he's obviously got a big chance of winning the season finale. Who else has a shot? Well, Mikey has a shot. Blaze has a shot of winning it, but he's out of contention. But he definitely has a chance of winning it. Who else has a chance? Anybody in the top 5, really. That's all I need to say. Rick's probably going to do the worst out of all 5 of them. Do I think he's bad? No. I just don't think he's the greatest out of all 5 of them. But yeah, definitely a big shot for next week. Andy definitely going to be the front runner for Miami. Definitely one of the front runners for this week. So if he does good this week, he's pretty much secured a decent spot for Miami as he has the win already. And then per owner Rick, we have news. Starting, that looks to be the 8th of June, will be the start of season 3. Now let's take a look at what this could entail, because it's a lot. More races on the schedule, which we're very thankful for. But we're going to take a look. So, June 8th, Daytona. 15th is Eagle Rock. The 22nd is Sunset. 29th, Indy. Spelt Indy. Well, technically not wrong, but that's the wrong way to say it. 13 is Miami. July 13th, sorry. 20th of July, Daytona again. 27th is Sunset. August 3rd, Eagle Rock. 10th is Indianapolis. 17th is Daytona. And then the 24th is season finale at Miami. Larger schedule. A lot of new drivers will now be fully in contention. Whereas some of the new drivers have kind of proved themselves to be top drivers. Unfortunately, did not make it in time at the beginning of the season to make up some of that point gain loss difference. But 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Vascar VRA Twitch channel, Wimdy Twitch channel, and we'll have the pre-race show next week for the season finale at Miami up here, 5 Eastern Standard Time, 4 Central. We're going to have that up. It's going to be a little bit longer than the one we're doing right now, but we are going to have a great race at Miami. We're going to have a great race tonight. We will see you all there. Have a great one, everybody.